Hello, everyone. Today we have a very interesting story about a lazy boy who was actually quite smart. By the end of this story, we'll learn how even a lazy person can overcome their habits and work hard when they find the right motivation. But that's not all. As we listen to this story, we'll also learn some new English words and how to make sentences with them. This will help you practice English in a fun and easy way. So stay with us until the end. Once upon a time, in a small village called Willowbrook, there lived a young boy named Evan. He lived with his parents in a little house on the edge of the village. Evan was very lazy. Every day, he helped his father in their cornfield, but his only job was to chase away the crows and sparrows that came to eat the crops. Most people used sticks or slingshots to chase the birds, but Evan didn't want to move too much. Instead, he built wooden poles in different parts of the field and connected them with ropes. This way, he could scare the birds while lying down and relaxing. Evan's father often worried about his laziness and thought, "If I fall sick, how will Evan take care of everything?" But since Evan always finished his work, his father never got angry. One summer, during a dry season, Evan's father became very ill, and Evan had to manage the entire field by himself. He tried, but he wasn't used to hard work. After a few weeks, the crops started to wither because they didn't get enough water. Evan couldn't save them alone. That night, Evan sat outside under the stars, feeling helpless and disappointed. He thought, "Why didn't I ever try harder? Now my family's only hope is gone." The next morning, Evan heard people talking in the village square. Curious, he went to see what was happening. A royal messenger was announcing a big competition at the king's palace in Ravenshire. The winner would receive a chest full of gold. Evan thought, "This could save my family." Without hesitation, he decided to join the competition. The villagers laughed at him, saying, "How can someone as lazy as Evan compete against strong men from across the kingdom?" But Evan didn't care. He had 3 days to reach Ravenshire, so he set off early. Though his parents didn't believe he could win, they hoped this challenge would teach him the value of hard work. After 3 days, the competition began. All the participants gathered near a wide river. Many were strong and athletic, making Evan nervous. "How can I beat them?" he wondered. The rules were announced. They had to cross the river, and the first 3 participants to finish would advance to the final round. When the countdown started, 3, 2, 1, everyone dove into the water and began swimming. But Evan stayed back. He thought, "I can't beat them by swimming, but I might outsmart them." Suddenly, an idea struck him. He ran to the nearby forest, found some broken branches, and built a small raft. Using a flat piece of wood as a paddle, Evan rowed across the river. While others grew tired from swimming, Evan steadily paddled his raft and passed them. By the end of the race, Evan finished third and qualified for the final round. The villagers were surprised. How could lazy Evan compete with the kingdom's strongest? The next day, the final challenge was announced. Each contestant was given a large wooden block, and they had to push it 1 kilometer to the finish line. Behind them were tools they could choose from, but they could only pick one. The first contestant grabbed a rope to pull the block. The second contestant used a wooden lever to move his block. But Evan didn't rush. He carefully studied the tools and thought, "I can't win by using my strength. I need to be smarter." He picked a small knife. The crowd was confused. "How will a knife help him?" they whispered. Instead of pushing the block, Evan began carving it into a round shape. After an hour of hard work, he had transformed the block into a wooden ball. Now, instead of struggling, Evan easily rolled the ball down the road. While the others struggled to move their heavy blocks, Evan caught up and pushed ahead. With determination and creativity, he crossed the finish line first. The crowd erupted in cheers. No one had expected the lazy boy to win. This story teaches us that even lazy people can be smart, but to achieve something great, they need a big reason to act. Evan's love for his family gave him the motivation to work harder and think creatively. So if you ever feel lazy, find a strong reason to push yourself, whether it's for your family, your dreams, or proving others wrong. A big goal can inspire you to achieve your best. Today, we also learned new words and sentences through this story. Remember, learning English can be fun when you practice regularly. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next story.